Hey everyone, it's Allison from Determined to Shine, the online community where we use our magic formula of creativity, spiritual connection, and community to beat the darkness in our lives, right? Because we all have darkness. That's what Determined to Shine is all about. Life is not always shiny, but we can always be determined to go for something more and to chase joy like it is our mission in life. So, if you are having one of those gooky days where life is just being annoying and frustrating, you are in the right place because it is time for the very first ever Determined to Shine Oracle Card Pep Talk. So, what is an Oracle Card Pep Talk? I'm glad you asked. So it's no secret that I love Oracle cards, right? Come on. Everybody knows that who's been working with me for any length of time. And I love Oracle cards for a couple of reasons. But most importantly, because they encourage me. And, you know, I'm a person who sometimes needs a lot of encouraging. I appear very joyful and I am very joyful, but that's all very intentional. Some of you know my story, some of you don't. I am a widow. I live with MS. I have PTSD. Like, I can make a list for you, but I'm not going to because that's not what I want to focus on in my life or in this video. But I like Oracle cards because when one of those things is getting the best of me, or when the world is getting the best of me, right? I don't know if you've noticed, it's a little nuts out there right now. When that happens, I need a way for myself to be able to reset and encourage myself without having to rely on outside forces, I guess, to help me feel better. I want to be able to do that for myself. And Oracle cards are one of my favorite ways to do that. So in the Pep Talk series, what I'm going to be doing each week is, first of all, choosing an Oracle deck that I love or that's new from my collection and sharing it with you. I'll show you some of the cards. I'll talk about what I like about it. And, you know, because we all love learning more about the different decks that are out there. And there's so many just amazing pieces of artwork and really divinity that are out there and available to us that I just want to be able to share those with you. And then what we'll do is I'll pull a card in real time for you and we'll dive into the message it has for us and just what that card says that we can take in this moment, go forward, and just bring ourselves some joy and a reboot for those days that you need it. So today, for our very first pep talk, and we're back. Sorry for the disruption. I got so excited saying the words pep talk over and over and again that my earring fell right out of my face. So what are you going to do? So on to the pep talk and the deck. We are going to be using the Star Temple Oracle by Suzy Cherub. This is a fairly new deck published by Blue Angel Publishing. It's got a nice solid box, as most Blue Angel decks do. I've had it for about a month, I think. I bought it, you know, in that time of quarantine and isolation. And as many of you know, the weeks and months are kind of running together at this point. So it comes with this great guidebook. And the deck is based on the story of the seven sisters of the Pleiades from Greek mythology. In the guidebook, Suzy does a great job of breaking down the mythology of that, and she has some great spreads to use, and there's a message, you know, from each card. There's several cards per sister, so it's a really kind of unique approach to a deck that I really, really like. So now I'm going to show you some cards, and they're just really beautiful, okay? It uses that kind of Photoshop style of art that some people like more than others. I tend to enjoy it as long as it's done well. And I just think these cards, they just evoke a lot of emotion in me. Personally, I love this one, the mirror. The diamond star. I think that's really pretty. Gateways of light. I think that's just like gorgeous. Look at this, Mother of the Sea. The ancient grandmother. So the one thing I like about this deck is it does have a lot of good racial diversity, which I think is really important because we want to be able to see ourselves in our decks. And if you're a white girl like me, that's not too hard, but there's a lot of the world that's not white girls. And so I think it's important to have good racial diversity in decks. So I really like that the creator was super mindful of that. One thing I will say is there is unfortunately not a lot of body size diversity. I would have liked to have seen more of that in this deck. This is the Inner Temple. I think that card is really beautiful. The Enchanter. Look at this sweet, sweet little girl. I just want to give her a hug. I love this card. So you can see it's just really, really beautiful cards. So that's the very quick version of the Oracle deck. If you want to see more about it, learn more, read the guidebook, etc., let me know and I can do a full walkthrough. But I just like to show you a little bit of what we're working with. So now on to the pep talk. So I am going to just shuffle these cards up, pull one out, and we're going to see what it has for us today. And we're back. Shuffling once again. Every day I'm shuffling. Okay, sorry. I dropped all the cards on the ground because I have MS and can't feel my hands. So sometimes shuffling, bit of a challenge for me. It's fine, pick them up. It could be like a unique, special me way of shuffling, but really I just dropped the cards. So shuffling again, choosing a card, tuning in, asking that this card is for your greatest good, my greatest good, and the greatest good of everyone who watches this video whenever you're watching it. That's the magic of spirit, right? We always get the right message at the right time, no matter when it was recorded or put together. So our message for today, oh, I love this. So the card is the Star Daughters, and the keyword is dance, and it says, I dance, sing, and play with my sisters at sunset. And why I love this is because one of the things I found to be so important in my life is the importance of music and moving. And just being present in our bodies and playing. You guys, I'm known for how much I like to play, and I can be a little silly, and sometimes people think that's not, the most grown-up or professional way to be, but I don't care, because it delights my soul. After my husband died, I had a rule that I had to dance every day for at least one song. And that was so strange to some people because they were like, why are you dancing in your grief? And it's because in our times of pain, it is more important than ever to be in tune with ourselves, moving, and finding our peace and our strength in our heart. Because I was a widow. I still am a widow, but this was 8 years ago. I was a brand new, fresh widow. I was just a little baby widow. And, oh boy, did that wreck me. And so as much time as I had to spend grieving and crying and feeling and processing and dealing with that, spending those, 3 minutes and 15 seconds a day in dance helped me know that joy could be possible even for 3 minutes, and that there were better and brighter days ahead of me. That play, that expressing myself could bring forth some of that magic. There's a reason that dance is a part of so many ancient cultures. And here in the United States, it's this thing reserved for special occasions. But we really need to move all the time. And dancing is as much a part of my spiritual practice as anything else. And let me tell you guys, I have multiple sclerosis. I use a cane to walk. So my dancing is not attractive at all. But it's mine. And sometimes it's sitting down dancing. It's my chair dance. I've gone to conferences where I've been so wiped out I've had to lay down in the back, and the group would dance and I would just wave my cane around in the air, from my back laying down. Because I think it's so important that we feel things. And moving our bodies and dancing is such an important part of allowing those stuck emotions to just come out and be expressed, and we can dance in joy, we can dance in sorrow, and most importantly, we can dance in uncertainty. So my challenge for you today is to go find your favorite song, turn it up, and just dance it out. Just dance it out, okay? Because you're worth it. You are worth doing the work of looking at your stuff, dealing with the hard emotions, and going through the bad days so that all of the many good things that are waiting for you, and they are waiting for you, can come your way. So, that said, I hope you have an amazing day. Dance it out, and I hope that you are, as always, remain determined to shine. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon.